Hi everybody, this is David Cohen and finally I'm back. So what happened? Summertime is not only a pain in you know where, because I hate summers, I hate high temperatures, I hate warm weathers, I hate, what else do I hate?
What don't you hate?
Heat, humidity, and I hate the sun. But, and now comes the funny part, I was born and raised in Greece. A lot of people find that funny. I don't find it funny, because that's how we are. We have that shit every day. We don't need it. The other thing is, I'm sorry, we are sorry so much for the last two delays. With summer, as I said, I already expressed my feelings about summer. There is not only all this mess with temperatures, light and everything, it is main travel time. You have delays and schedule changes, whatever, of trains and airplanes. Flights get cancelled, flights arriving too late, too early, to everything, and then last minute you learn about it, and somehow you don't end up at the time you expected to end up somewhere and spend an extended period of time on a train that doesn't move, in some strange in-between, on an airport you really didn't want to spend too much time at, etc. Today, for the first time in, I don't know, how long? More than 2 weeks. We had a lazy day. Lazy day means for us that we still edit our photos, we produce content, we upload it. That's a lazy day. A few things are new. Today is the second day with our, second time, not the second day. What kind of nonsense. It's the second time we use our DJI Osmo Pocket, Osmo Mobile, Osmo Pocket, Osmo Mobile Pocket, Pocket Mobile 3. It's anyway this...
it's so warm.
Yeah.
I'm done.
We even had to shut down the air condition so that you guys don't have too much noise in the background, which is one of the many reasons I tried to be short today. Usually I'm getting criticized by Yasmina for being too long. So another thing is we are actually at the end of the first half of the year, which means 6 months behind us, 6 months ahead of us, which also means we are halfway through in LEICA's 100-year celebrations. Please check out your local LEICA store and or LEICA galleries for a lot of interesting stuff. Participate in LEICA competitions, events, post the photos, tag them. I'm very curious, we all are very curious to see what you guys are coming up with. Today I'm not going to talk too much about Fujifilm, but there is something. Now, Fujifilm X106, one of my favorite cameras, has a fixed lens. And Fuji offers their own wide angle and teleconverter lens for a very high price. Now, please find the link underneath. There is a company by the name of ARTRA LAB. I didn't know about them until I read an article on Photo Rumors. You find all the links underneath. So Photo Rumors published an article about new lenses for the X106, in particular a 25mm conversion lens, and, which I didn't know at all, also referencing a 16 millimeter wide angle lens and a 60 millimeter teleconversion lens, which is very interesting to me. I don't need wide angles so much as sometimes I would appreciate to have a little bit of length, reach. Now the 60 millimeter tele lens, as I said, you find the links underneath, is for euros 95.95, and it is very beautifully designed. It seamlessly blends in with Fujifilm's X106 design, aesthetic. I have no experience whatsoever. I will certainly buy it because 100 euros are not much of a loss. Other people smoke, don't they? Or go hunting on Fridays and Saturdays, and you know what I mean. I've never been that kind of hunter.
Very good.
Which doesn't say I didn't do my share of hunting, but not animals. Mm-hmm. So.
That was creepy.
Yeah, I am creepy. I'm a dirty old man.
Okay, that's your tagline for your YouTube videos.
Yes. Dirty old man and hunting, not animals. So I really, they also have an Instagram link. You find that underneath too. And I invite you to have a look at it. Finally, I made a huge step, actually not so huge because I didn't leave my chair, but in addition to EVOTO AI, you know, I love AI editing tools. I love subscriptions when I see the bang for the buck, as Jasmina loves to hear. She loves the term bang for the buck. And luminars, quite new, 6-7 months here, 6-7-month-old software, specially focusing on portrait and body editing. APERTY or APERTY, I don't know, APERTY?
APERTY, I think.
APERTY, APERTY. I heard everything on YouTube, but you anyway hear yeah. There was a very good, more than 50% discount, something my father's son, me, cannot refuse when I see at least some benefit, and I'm not disappointed. I did some test edits. I told you we had a lazy day, so we were very busy doing all that kind of normal work that we don't even consider work anymore. This beautiful piece of software is by Skylum, who also produce Luminar, Luminar Neo, and all of this. Please check out Skylum and Luminar. These guys are working from Ukraine under war conditions with this primitive and violent aggression of the Russian barbarians. And I met one of their representatives at photo exposition. It was more of a product fair in Vienna a few months ago. Very kind people, very generous, very productive, and as I said, they deserve a lot of credit for not only defending themselves heroically against the Russian barbarians, but also to produce such beautiful and very useful software. Of course, I will continue with EVOTO AI. Both have their strong points, and I would say together they complement each other. I think for the time being, that is it. I want to, at the end, I want to remind you of LEICA's 100 years celebration, and they also came up with a few new interpretations of already existing cameras, M11, the Leica Sofort instant camera, Leica Deluxe 8, in this aesthetic, in honoring the first Leica camera ever built and released 100 years ago. That's it for today. I don't want to keep much of your time. I'm sweating, therefore I need to get close to the air condition very soon. Did I say that I don't like summer? I think so. Anyway, guys, I wish you a nice afternoon. I wish you a nice evening, and see you again next Sunday. Take care.